Okay, so this is a sort of storyboard that I created using Gemini AI, and this is very useful, especially if you want to create some illustrations that later you want to turn into a video. And Gemini would be the best choice because in this AI tool there are some amazing models, like there is the Gemini 3 Pro, there is also the Gemini Nano Banana Pro model that is able to create a picture, and also it is very good at maintaining the same character style and consistency. So I'm going to show you the step-by-step process to actually create a storyboard like this using Gemini AI. So here's how you can do it. First, let's open Gemini. And I'm going to ask Gemini to tell me the story of the three little pigs. And I guess I'm going to be using the fast model now because, well, there's no point of using a bigger model for explaining a simple story. And by the way, if you have your own story, I guess you can skip this process and then you can move on with the next step. Now, after that, after the story has been generated, I'm going to ask Gemini to actually create a storyboard description for based on the story, and this is the prompt that I'm going to use. And by the way, this prompt can be found in the description down below. You can copy it, and I'm going to just paste that into Gemini. And in this case, I guess I want to get the best results, so I'll use the thinking version. Okay, let me just send a message and just wait for several seconds for this AI model to actually generate the description of the scene. And by the way, I forgot to mention that you can actually specify the number of the panel in the storyboard that you want to generate. In this case, I just want to create 10 different scenes, but you can specify numbers like 15, 25, 30, etc. based on what you need. But in this example, I think given the story is very simple, I think 10 would be more or less enough. Okay, so we got the result that look like this, so that's really good. Now let's continue with the next step. So there is actually another step here that is optional, because if you want, you can actually generate the character of the story. I mean, the visualization or the picture of the character. You can do it right here in Gemini. You can describe maybe what the character look like, the expression, etc. So it's really up to you. You can also skip this process because, well, especially if you have your own characters that you have created, you have the image files, you can actually skip this and you can continue with the next step. And the next step is we want to create the storyboard illustrations based on this description. So this is the prompt that I'm going to use. I'm going to copy it. Again, this prompt is also available in the description down below. So if you actually don't provide any image of the character, this AI tool is very good. It will automatically create the characters based on the description. So here there is something that you need to customize. I'm going to basically copy this description, the storyboard description, all the 10 of it, and I'm going to replace this section into that. And there you go. Now, in theory, Gemini Nano Banana Pro can indeed create 10 images in one response, but in reality, you might want to stick to smaller numbers like maybe 3 to 7 images, because sometimes it just fails. It cannot create too many images per one message, perhaps because of the timeout. So I'll just keep it minimal. So I'll just remove the number 6 to 10. And actually, we are still able to generate the scenes between for number 6 to 10, but later after this first half has been generated. And by the way, if you have the visuals of the characters, you can upload that into this message, and AI again will automatically detect that and will use that style for the illustration. So if you have, you can, but if you don't, that's fine. AI will generate the characters anyway. After that, click Tools, click Create Images, and send the message. So I was using Gemini Nano Banana Pro. This will take quite some time. The model is very slow, and also we are creating 5 different image content. So I'll just skip a word and I'll show you the next step. Okay, so I already generated the first 5 of the 10 scenes that I'm going to create later. I think everything looks good, so we can continue with the other half. Now I'm going to copy the prompt again. So let's paste that right here, and I have to copy the scenes number 6 to 10. Let me just scroll up and copy this section. Okay, let me just remove this and let's paste that right here. Let me just verify everything and send the message, and after that I guess we are going to wait again, and I'll just skip forward and I'll show you the final result. Okay, so we have completed all of the scenes for a storyboard, and I think they look decent. It is certainly not perfect, especially if you look in some areas. You can see that there are some illogical scenes, like, for example, we got this scene where we have 2 walls, even though in reality it should be just 1. But I guess you can fix it using Gemini. You can prompt again, you can tell Gemini to remove the other wall. So even though it is not perfect, I think you can use this method to save some time when creating illustrations for the storyboard video. So yeah, that's basically how you can generate some storyboards using Gemini AI. Again, all the prompts would be available in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. I wish you a great day ahead.